Keith Thurman calls out Conor McGregor, says he'll fight him in the ring or in the octagon. Stay tuned. Boxing Ego here. If you like this video, make sure you hit the like button and also subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon on the top of your screen to get notified when the latest new content drops. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Make sure you smash the like button. Also, subscribe to the channel for the latest and greatest in boxing. If you want to become part of the gang notification gang, please hit the bell icon. Shout out to the super chats, channel donations, the Venmo donations, and the Patreon family. We working. Now, I just watched a very interesting interview exclusive with TMZ Sports. Link is in the description, and the title reads, Conor McGregor just called the hell out by Keith Thurman. Keith Thurman called out Conor McGregor. He says he's willing to fight him in boxing or in the octagon, in the cage. And he says, if you want to feel what a real punch feels like, let's fight. They call me one time, fight me one time, because that's all it's going to take. And he says he would knock Conor McGregor out. He says, basically easy work. Your fight with Floyd, that's cool. But he said, had it been a young, hungry welterweight like myself, then Conor McGregor would have gotten knocked out. For his quotes verbatim, and so you can see him actually say it. Link is in the description. Shout out to TMZ Sports. I want to give my thoughts. I'm not really impressed by this because Keith Thurman, first of all, he's been MIA since the Danny Garcia fight. Danny Garcia himself, since the Keith Thurman fight, has fought twice. Brandon Rios, and then a fight that I covered, which was Sean Porter versus Brandon Rios, or Sean Porter versus Danny Garcia, excuse me. And, Keith Thurman still hasn't been back. They keep saying he's coming back, and it gets pushed back like it's Dr. Dre's Detox album, So people are wondering, when's Keith Thurman even coming back? So for him to be going outside of the sport to call out a Conor McGregor, it just really doesn't make sense. Like, you have to come back. You haven't even come back to your own sport, let alone, calling out Conor McGregor. The other reason it doesn't make sense is Conor McGregor already has a tough test ahead of him. He's scheduled for his return fight already. They're doing a press conference this Thursday, in fact, with Khabib Nurmagomedov. That's a tough fight. Khabib's a very strong guy in general and a strong wrestler, much better wrestler than Conor McGregor. So we have to see how he even does with that. So the rumor is Keith Thurman might come back to Zab Judah. I don't know how that rumor started, but I hope that's not the case. I think, I don't know. I like underdog stories. I don't like when I see fighters get used as stepping stones and stuff. And Zab Judah, last time I checked, I thought he was a nurse and doing his own private business adventures, and he hadn't really fought in a while. So I don't want to see a guy like Zab Judah, who has fought at welterweight, but he's not a big welterweight like today's modern day welterweights that walk around much heavier. So I'm not Keith Thurman and Zab Judah. I don't think that's the fight that should be next. Again, the Conor McGregor fight, it just doesn't make sense to me. Why not have that same energy with Terrence Crawford, who called you out? Same energy with Errol Spence, who's been calling you out and has been making noise and really trying to get a fight. It sounds like kind of a money, like a money grab. I think the world got its fix with Floyd Mayweather and Conor McGregor, and people more so now than ever, or if they had any doubts, they realize that MMA is MMA, UFC is UFC, and boxing is boxing, and they don't intertwine. Now, as a fight, yes, it sounds interesting. Conor McGregor, Keith Thurman, it does sound interesting. Obviously, I would watch it, but let's see Keith Thurman go to the octagon, like he says. Just because I don't see there being all this money for Conor McGregor. I don't see Dana White releasing Conor McGregor to another boxer. When he fought Mayweather, it made sense because at least fighting Mayweather, you're gonna get $75 million plus in the fight because they did a hell of a job selling it and stuff like that. I just don't see him fighting Keith Thurman and making anywhere near that. So why would Dana White make it? I think Dana White wasn't going to hold Conor McGregor back from making that type of money and not giving him the opportunity. Conor McGregor tried it. It's different. Being well conditioned for boxing rounds is different than any other sport. You know, going less rounds, but 5-minute rounds of UFC, I'm sure it has its own chores, but boxing is different pacing and everything. So, you know, it just doesn't seem like a realistic call out. And like I said, why isn't Keith Thurman calling out Errol Spence with this type of energy, saying, hey, I'm gonna knock you out, Errol Spence? You know, why pick on the low hanging fruit, you know, unless you're going to the UFC, which would be a way to make it more compelling. But then again, like I said, we haven't seen too many boxers. I know it's been done, Ray Mercer and stuff. I know it's doable, but I just can't picture Keith Thurman being on long layoffs and having injuries and stuff and going to the octagon. I just don't see that being realistic. So, you know, it's cool for headlines and stuff. It just, this fight doesn't really make sense. I don't see Dana White eager to make Conor in another boxing match, especially unless it's against like a Mayweather or Pacquiao or something where he's going to make a whole lot of money. And Keith Thurman just, you know, I think he needs to come back to his own sport in general. Link in the description. Let me know what you guys think. Drop your thoughts in the comment section. Make sure you smash the like button as always. Hate, comment, and subscribe. Till next video is Ego. Signing out. So if you enjoyed this video and want more content like this on the channel, you can show your appreciation by going to the PayPal donate button or the YouTube support button. And you can donate any amount that you feel is equivalent to the value of this video. Much more to come. Thank you guys for your support. Boxing Ego, the future of boxing.